Hello everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel, Nose in a Book. Today I'm going to be doing the Fall Time Cozy Time book tag. This was created by Sam over at Sam's Nonsense, and I think it's a pretty old tag. I was just looking for some fun fall tags to do this year because I live in the desert and it's not very fall-y here yet, and I just wanted something to make it feel a little more like fall. So I also did the Finally Fall book tag. I'm not sure which one's going to go up first, but yeah, I'm pre-filming today, so you're gonna see me in the same dress a couple of times. So there are quite a few questions in this one, so let's get right into them. Question number 1 is Crunching Leaves. The world is full of color. Choose a book that has reds, oranges, or yellows on the cover. So for this one, had the perfect fall cover for me, and that is Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. It's got the like light yellowy oranges. It's literally like raining and there's like the fall leaves all around the witch, and it's so great. And I can't wait to read this. I'm gonna read it probably next month, but I'm gonna read it. So I'm super excited to pick this one up, but it had the perfect fall cover. And then it's got like the reds on the edge, and on the back it's like different shades of red and like shadowy. It's just the perfect fall cover. Question number 2 is Cozy Sweater. It's finally cold enough to don warm, cozy clothing. What book gives you the warm fuzzies? So the obvious answer for this would be Harry Potter. I'm currently rereading the Harry Potter series, listening to the audiobooks by Jim Dale, and they definitely give me the warm fuzzies. But the other book I would have to mention in this is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, which I just reread on audiobook and definitely gave me all the warm fuzzies. It is beautiful and fuzzy. Aww, that's our Frozen. The next question is Fall Storm. The wind is howling and the rain is pounding. Choose your favorite book or genre that you like to read on a stormy day. So for this one is a genre for me, and that is classics. I love reading classics when it's like rainy and windy and stormy out. I don't know why, but it just like lifts my spirit and it helps me like get into the mindset of the classic, and I don't know why, like it just like reading on a rainy day immediately triggers like I need to pick out a classic book. So anything by Jane Austen. I've been wanting to read more Elizabeth Gaskell. I finally read Jane Eyre. Anything classic like that. The next question is Cool Crisp Air. What's the coolest character you want to trade places with? So when I was younger, this would have hands down been Hermione Granger. I was there. I was like, I will trade places with you and I will just be in Harry Potter and it would be amazing. So immediately I thought Hermione Granger, but the other one that I have for this one is actually Iseult from the Truth Witch series by Susan Dennard. I thought she was so cool, and she's technically like one of the main characters, but she's not like the main character. She's like Sapphi's best friend, but I love her. I think she's really cool. I like her power. I like her story so far, and I just am very intrigued, and I really would love to switch places with her because I don't need to be like the main character. I would love to be like Sapphi's like sidekick, and Sapphi's so great. I would love to have a best friend like her, and so definitely Iseult. Next question is Hot Apple Cider. What underhyped book do you want to see become the next biggest, hottest thing? So I was kind of trying to think of a newer book that is underhyped, but unfortunately I'm pretty much just follow the hype to places and then I read the books. So for me, I really pretty much read a lot of hyped books, and I can't think of anything newer that I would like to be a big thing that hasn't already been pretty hyped. The only one that kind of came to mind was Caraval, because I know a couple people haven't loved it or haven't wanted to read it, but it's pretty hyped still. It's not like an underhyped book in my opinion. So I went with like a totally random book that I just think would be really fun, especially for anyone who likes historical romance. And that is Eva Ibbotson. Anything she's written, I don't think she's written anything new for a really long time. So again, it's not necessarily fitting with this question, but I thought that this would be a great one. I've heard a lot of people really like the Bronze Horseman trilogy, which I haven't even read yet, but it kind of gives me, when I'm like listening to people talk about it, it's like similar vibes. And then her writing is just so whimsical, but like historically accurate, because she actually grew up during the times that she's usually writing about, which is like pre-World War II, and she grew up in Austria. And so it's just like really well done. It's very detailed, and it like personal experience is definitely put into these, and I just really love them. So I would love to see everyone who really loves historical romance like pick these up and love them, because I think it'd be great. But yeah, I mean, I think they're underhyped. I've never heard anyone else talk about Eva Ibbotson on BookTube before. So that's all I got for this answer. The next question is so the next question is coat, scarves, and mittens. The weather has turned cold and it's time to cover up. What's the most embarrassing book cover you own that you like to keep hidden in public? So it definitely is embarrassing. I have a story about that. So I was reading this book and I decided, for some reason, not realizing, not even thinking about the cover, to take it to work so I could read it. And I was like I realized as I pulled it out of my bag, I was like, I can't read this here. And I had to keep like hiding it, like, so that nobody could see the front of the book. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. Because I was like, I'm so bored, I need to read, but I can't let anyone see this because I work with children and it just wouldn't work. And that is Bella and the Beast by Olivia Drake. Look at that cover. It's so embarrassing. And it's not even like, this novel's not even that steamy. I mean, of course there's some steamy parts, but it's not even like that level of steam. And yeah, so I was like really embarrassed to have this one, and I wished that I had covered it up. I was reading it like this, like trying to like hide it against a wall so I can read it. It was really awful. So that's definitely my most embarrassing book cover that I own. And the worst part is all of her other ones in this series are not that steamy. It's like a woman's like torso like running away from something. Like, it's not even that steamy. Like, here. Like, this is another book in this series. Like, why is this one all steamy and this one's like a girl running? I don't know. So yeah. Anyway. That was probably the most embarrassing one that I've ever read in public. All right, so the next question is pumpkin spice. What's your favorite fall time comfort foods? So I do love pumpkin spice. I love like pumpkin rolls that have like the cream cheese in them, but my favorite fall comfort foods are anything that's like a meat stew. So like, they have one at Disneyland. I know this is random, but they have one at Disneyland in the French Market, and I forget exactly what it's called, but it comes in a bread bowl, and it's like this like meat stew, and it's amazing. And I literally crave it this time of year. I'm like, man, I want to go to Disneyland and get that. And the other one is like at Trader Joe's, they have these frozen steak and stout pies. They're like about this big, are this big around and like this tall, and they're like a pie crust that is filled with, again, like a meat like stew, and it is so delicious, and it is absolute comfort food. It is so amazing. And then otherwise it would probably have to be like mac and cheese and bread. Bread is good in the fall. Okay, so those are my comfort foods for the fall. And the last question is warm, cozy bonfires, spread the love, who do you tag? So I'm not going to tag anyone. This is an old tag, and pretty much everyone has done this tag that I know anyways. But if you have not done this tag yet, go ahead and consider yourself tagged and go ahead and do it and let me know that you did it, and so that I can watch your video and it will be fun. So yeah, so if you would like to do this tag, you are now tagged, and I will see you next time in another video really, really soon. Bye!